Introducing from West Memphis, Arkansas, weighing 234 pounds, Bruce Dean. From Kansas City, Kansas, weighing 245 pounds, Cowboy Bob Orton. Referee Lee Warren.
Bruce Dean battles Cowboy Bob Orton, the first main event today on Wrestling at the Chase. Side headlock by Dean on Orton. Dean leaning forward, pulling on the head of Orton. Orton rolls Dean back onto his shoulders. Dean squirms, trying to hold on to the headlock and keep the shoulders up at the same time. Manages to do it. Dean leaning into that headlock. Now Orton getting over on his stomach. At least his shoulders then are safe from being down for a count of 3. Lee Warren, Ed's brother, checks the throat. The pressure from Orton's hand definitely on the chin. Orton, oh, that back looking right up there to Orton, but Dean trying to roll Orton over. Orton trying to keep his balance. Finally comes down and into the ropes. Clean break by Bruce Dean on Orton. Orton takes a long look at Dean. You know, Bob Orton, of course, very proud of his prowess in basic fundamental scientific wrestling. Orton complained that his hair was pulled, as much as saying, you know, that I could have gotten out of it if he hadn't pulled my hair. And Lee Warren tells Orton, I didn't see it. Orton giving Dean something to think about. Orton again pushes Dean to the ropes, grabs the arm. Oh, Dean reverses it. Drop kick by Dean, and he pops Orton right in the eye. Side headlock. Dean rides Orton down. Good work by Bruce Dean. And obviously Bruce Dean, who's on the winning side of a tag team affair last weekend on Wrestling at the Chase, has done his homework coming into this match. The referee wants a break because Orton was in the ropes, and Cowboy Bob Orton slides out. Orton perhaps a bit unnerved by the fact that Bruce Dean to this point has been getting the best of situations. Orton's not worried about his profile right now, is he, Mickey?
No, he's not.
Bruce Dean, like all young wrestlers, has been paying his dues, but you learn things. Sometimes you get beat up, sometimes you get hurt. Sometimes things don't go too well. That's the only way to learn. And Orton says something to Dean. Maybe a little psychological ploy by the Cowboy. Orton's father, of course, well-known wrestler all over the country. Bob, a second-generation grappler. His father, by the way, now lives in Las Vegas. Orton clubs Dean with the forearm. It was legal. Again, the forearm, but the referee cautions Orton about using the hair to set up that forearm. Oh, Dean blocked it, and he pounds on Orton. Again, Orton clubbed by Dean. Orton ducks away, down on one knee. Wait a minute, let's shake hands. My ears hurt. No timeouts here. Better have him sit down with former promoter Sam Muchnick. Sam, you don't have timeouts in wrestling, Bobby. Uh-oh, Greco-Roman back body drop. Give that guy an inch. Give Orton an inch. He doesn't need much more, I'll tell you. Orton stuns Dean with a Greco-Roman back body drop. Dean comes sailing off the ropes. Jackknife! Cradle! Dean has Orton down. 1, 2, Orton top 3. A count of 2.5. And Orton is getting upset with young Bruce Dean, who seems to be putting it together. He pulled my tights, says Orton. Dean stalking Orton.
He still wants time.
He still wants time. Warren says no. More than anything, I think Orton's just stalling. Not only so much to recover from some bumps and bruises he might have taken, but in the hope that Bruce Dean might start to get anxious. But so far, Dean controlling his emotions that have to be churning. Lee Warren tells Orton, do you want me to stop it? I'll make him the winner. Well, that wasn't quite what Orton had in mind. Orton claiming his ear's been damaged.
Like he said last week, he's a nice guy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him. He's a real nice guy.
He also said, if you turn your back on me, I'm gonna belt you.
He's going to belt any minute right now. He's sizing him up.
Dean being very cautious, though. Well, Orton couldn't lure Dean into a handshake if indeed that's what he wanted to do, is lure him into a handshake, or reading motives into what Orton might have done. Oh, there was the sucker punch that Mickey and I talked about.
5 minutes of elapsed, 15 minutes left.
Cowboy Bob Orton did all that talking, all that stalling, and Dean stayed with him, paid attention the whole time. He turned his head a fraction of an inch, and Orton nailed him. Dean trying to fight back. Orton, oh, he winds up with a roundhouse blast there. Orton grabs Dean by the hair and runs him into the buckles. Cowboy Bob Orton up on the second rope. What does he have in mind here? Oh, puts a knee in the chest. Oh, impressive indeed. I can recall Waldo Von Erich doing that from the ropes on the back. And also Ivan Koloff, but that's the first time I've seen someone do it front way with the knee planted against the jaw and the neck. Cowboy Bob Orton, still another different move. Orton has Dean up in the air. Many different things again that Orton can do from here. Power slam. The power slam by Cowboy Bob Orton. Dean's foot ends up on the ropes. And you have to give that Cowboy Bob Orton all sorts of credit. He is a dangerous, dangerous man. Orton pulling back on the chin. Dean in a very bad position there. A backbreaker from a very odd angle. A backbreaker, regardless of the angle delivered from, certainly effective. Orton charges in and bangs the knee into the back of Bruce Dean. Orton rolls Dean over, goes up on the second rope. Oh, what's he got in mind here? A back elbow smash. Hey, this guy can do it all. He's applauding for himself. And let's face it, a lot of the punishment he's dishing out is legal. There's nothing wrong with what he did off those ropes. A lot of this stuff is perfectly legal. Side suplex by Cowboy Bob Orton. Talk about impressive. Orton up on the second rope. Look out below. Oh, Orton brings the knee down into the chest. Cradles the leg, count of 1, 2, and 3. That, my friends, was impressive. Orton had trouble early, but he didn't get flustered. He managed to use a little psychology, a little thinking. Suddenly he found that one fraction of a millimeter that he needed. There he is up on the second rope. I'll tell you, though, Bruce Dean was ready to be pinned here. He was going nowhere, but Orton wanted to make sure, up into the air. Dean saw it coming, tries to get out of the way, but the knee glancing right into the chest, knocking the wind out of Dean. Then Orton making sure he'll cradle that leg, reach up, grab the leg, and make sure that Bruce Dean goes nowhere. Here's Mickey Garagiola.
In 7 minutes and 15 seconds, with the cradle, the winner, Cowboy Bob Orton.
It's Rick Martel and Steve Olszewski against Ed Schaefer and Artie Pelican. There's Schaefer in the ring against Olszewski. Olszewski with a reverse neck breaker. Steve Olszewski, very popular and capable young grappler. Schaefer stunned by that reverse neck breaker from Steve-O. Tag made to Rick Martel. Schaefer whipped to the ropes. Olszewski and Martel both banged Schaefer down with elbow smashes. Martel tried to cover Schaefer, but Schaefer got away. Now Rick Martel with a side headlock on Ed Schaefer. Martel and Olszewski are a tremendous tag team combination. Young, fast, aggressive, and extremely popular. Martel twisting the head of Schaefer. Schaefer trying to counter with a bear hug, but not having much success. A tag is made to Steve Olszewski. Olszewski comes up behind Schaefer, grabs Schaefer, and Martel takes advantage of it. Olszewski spins Schaefer with a forearm smash, then a chop to the throat by Steve-O, who's giving away a lot of weight to the big man Ed Schaefer. Schaefer pushes Olszewski into the corner, throws a punch into the stomach, a forearm smash by Schaefer on Steve-O. Olszewski caught in that corner and in trouble, a flying Beal by Ed Schaefer. Olszewski sags back into the opposite corner. Schaefer wades in with more punishment to deal out to Steve-O. Schaefer hooks the head. Schaefer trying to get over maybe to make a tag with his partner, Artie Pelican. Schaefer, though, now with a chancery, manages to cover Olszewski briefly. Olszewski spins away, comes out of that corner fighting and fighting hard. Steve-O grabs Schaefer and slams his head into the top turnbuckle. Olszewski makes the tag with Martel. Schaefer hits the ropes. And Martel's waiting with a drop kick on Schaefer. Martel covers Schaefer. Count of 1, 2. But Schaefer throws off Martel. Martel with a flying mare on Ed Schaefer. And then a knee drop by high-flying Rick Martel. Martel tries to cover again, a count of 2. And Schaefer gets away. Martel clamps the head of Schaefer. Schaefer having a tough time. Martel and Olszewski have been tagging in and out of the ring regularly, while Schaefer and Artie Pelican haven't really done too much in the way of tagging. Schaefer's had to carry the brunt of the load so far. The small package, front-rolling cradle by Rick Martel, but Schaefer manages to bust free. He begins strangling Rick Martel. Schaefer strangling Martel. Here comes Olszewski to the rescue. The referee chases Olszewski back to his corner. Artie Pelican standing with his boot on the throat of Rick Martel. Schaefer trying to go for either a pile driver or the hanging backbreaker, but Martel managed to pull his head out and get back to the ropes and protect himself. Martel comes bouncing off those ropes with a forearm smash. Schaefer taking his lumps again from Rick Martel. The knee lift by Martel. Tag made to Olszewski. Here comes Steve-O with a forearm smash to Schaefer. Olszewski lifts the big man for a body slam. Steve Olszewski lines up Schaefer. Oh, knee drop right on target from Olszewski. He covers Schaefer. Schaefer manages to get the shoulders up. Ed Schaefer should be running out of steam because the pace set by Martel and Olszewski has been very, very fast. Martel waiting, picks Schaefer up, slams him down. Martel covers. Somehow Schaefer manages to get up, but you can see that he's moving slower and slower as the match progresses, and the speed of Martel and Olszewski simply wear down Schaefer. That plus the fact that Schaefer and his partner Artie Pelican simply aren't tagging well together. Schaefer's been in there the whole way so far. Martel leapfrogs over the top. Olszewski, after a beautiful tag, the reverse rolling cradle, beautifully applied by Olszewski. And there it is. The victory goes to Steve Olszewski and Rick Martel. We'll be back with more right after. The hat that Billy Griffin wore in the ring. John can get a shot over here at ringside. Okay, we're going to get a shot of the hat.
Give me the cowboy. I'll take the cowboy.
And it's Bill Cody and Bulldog Bob Brown. And it's Billy Griffin and Dewey Robertson. We got to get a shot of this because Brown went over and knocked it off his head before he was introduced and before you were able to come back from the break. We want you to see. There's the hat. I don't know. There it is. I guess if Bulldog Bob Brown wins, he'll get to take this hat home with him. It was Billy Griffin's. Thank you, John. I don't know what it is. I checked it first before I grabbed it. Billy Griffin, the Rooster, starts out against Bill Cody. Love that hat. Maybe I can talk Sam Muchnick into wearing a hat like I don't think so. No, he'll stick with his Kroger.
He'll never make the Kroger gang, I'll tell you that.
And for those who aren't in on the joke, Sam Muchnick, Bob Burns, Bob Bragg, Don Lenhart, George Sylvie, and any number of fine people have gotten into wearing a certain style cap that back in the 20s and 30s was often worn by those people who happened to rob certain stores. They picked up the name of, as we mentioned, Kroger. That's what we're teasing Sam about. Bill Cody, the drop kick on Billy Griffin. The chicken and the bulldog, or the rooster and the bulldog, as Ollie Hofstadter points out, and Billy Griffin ended up in the first row. The crowd hoots and hollers at Billy Griffin. Griffin is upset. Robertson says, "What's going on with my partner?"
How do you describe his shorts or long pants or whatever that is that he's wearing? That's something else, too. Pink?
What worries me is my daughter Kelly's got a pair of pajamas like that. Oh, dear. It's Billy Griffin and Dewey Robertson against Bulldog Bob Brown and Bill Cody. Don't take anything away from Griffin, though. He's a spunky, tough little customer. He backs up from nobody. Side headlock by Griffin on Cody. Griffin thrown to the ropes. Cody ducks. Uh-oh. Griffin falls down, is trying to stay away from being punched. Brown didn't do a thing to him.
He just took one look at Brown and fainted back.
And Griffin crawls over into the corner where Dewey Robertson is. Dewey says, hey, give me a tag, man. I don't know if Griffin wants to. He said, they're pulling my hair. They're abusing me. They're cheating. Robertson has some advice, and probably one thing he's saying is, hey, cool down a little bit. Take it easy. Griffin's bound to be all worked up. He's in, a major wrestling town. One that certainly say much. They made the major town. Oh, Robertson threw a drop kick at Cody and flattened Griffin. And Griffin ends up next to the Bulldog, who checks out his vision. Whatever business problems there might be, wrestling as a spectator sport is second to none. A chop by the Bulldog to Billy Griffin. Brown drops Griffin. Now Griffin wants to tag. And Dewey Robertson going to try to change the momentum, I'm sure, a little bit of this match. Though Griffin hasn't had everybody else picking on him, now referee Ed Warren balls him out because he doesn't get out of the ring quick enough. It must have been the hat. Griffin has Brown locked in the corner. Here comes Robertson. Oh! Robertson threw the high knee lift, and Griffin couldn't hang on. And here comes everybody outside the ring. Brown slams Robertson into the steps. The Bulldog. He's biting today. Griffin and Robertson slammed together by Bulldog Brown. Brown whips Robertson into Cody. Mickey Gargiulo and Ollie Hofstetter again doing yeoman service, finding everything and putting it back together. Cody spun into the corner by Robertson. Oh, Cody trapped there. And Robertson, obviously, his temper a bit the worse for wear, starts pounding on Cody. Cody tossed to the ropes, and Robertson puts him down, a blast to the stomach. Cody throws a headbutt to the stomach of Robertson, but it really didn't land.
"15 minutes left. 15 minutes.
15 minutes remain in the curfew. No falls yet. Brown and Cody against Robertson and Griffin. Oh, Cody jammed into the corner by Dewey Robertson. Robertson with a flying mare. And Dewey rakes his boots across the face of Bill Cody. Cody sinking into some trouble here against Dewey Robertson. Cody close to the tag. Cody lands a punch to the stomach of Robertson, then reaches out to tag Bulldog Brown. Robertson retreats a bit, maybe hoping that Brown would make a mad rush. Griffin tried to sneak into the ring. Brown helps him into the ring. Brown throws Griffin into Robinson. And I think Robertson caught it right on the chin. Brown slams a fist down onto the back of Dewey Robertson.
Griffin don't know when he's ahead by staying outside. He wants to get in there all the time.
It didn't work out so good. Oh, Griffin pops Brown. Robertson lands a blow to the floating rib area. Robertson. Oh! Knocked Brown into Griffin. Brown and Griffin both took a lump from that one. But Brown in a bit of trouble here. The Bulldog comes off the ropes and Robertson tags him with a blast to the head. Try for a pin. Not a one, at two. Brown was kicking and Cody was there to help. Griffin grabs Bulldog by Brown, strangling him. Griffin, the rooster, bites. Oh, Griffin scraping and scratching the face and the chest of Bulldog. He's scrappy. He's living up to his reputation. But Brown throws Griffin off at the count of 2 and then makes a tag with Bill Cody. Cody tears into Billy the Rooster Griffin. Another kick to the chest. Cody covers. Griffin gets away. Tag made to Dewey Robertson. Robertson wanting Cody to come to him, perhaps. Tried to duck in and does get the bear hug. Almost didn't get it. Cody almost cut him off by grabbing the head, but Robertson was able to clamp the bear hug home. And the referee calling for the bell. I don't know what Robertson was thinking of coming off the top rope. Perhaps it was just one of those cases where he forgot what state he was in. That's an automatic disqualification here. So the first fall by disqualification goes to Brown and Cody, but Brown might well be hurt after Robertson leaped onto Brown from the top rope. Let's get the official time and verdict from Mickey Garagiola. With all the traveling, it's not uncommon that in this state, leaping on an opponent from the top rope is illegal. You go to the next state, it's legal. But there's Robertson up on the top rope. The referee cautioning him. You see Lee Warren telling him it's a disqualification, but Robertson didn't hear him with the crowd screaming. The referee called for the bell. Brown, much the worse for wear if we wait for the bell to start the second fall. So Brown and Cody have won the first fall by disqualification, but with Brown hurt, they might be in tough way to go in the second stanza. Robertson nails Bulldog. Another punch by Robertson on Bulldog, trying to hit that damaged chest cavity area. Brown sags down. He is in trouble. Griffin sneaks in from outside and grabs Brown right by the windpipe. Dewey Robertson drops his knee into the chest. Brown again banging in the knee. Rather, Brown taking that knee being banged into his chest by Robertson. And the count of 2, Cody there to save the Bulldog. That might have evened this up at a fall apiece. Brown definitely on the receiving end now. Knee drop by Robertson. Dewey Robertson again. Really scoring heavily with the knee on Bulldog Brown. Here comes Rooster Griffin. Griffin with several kicks to the head of Bulldog Brown. Brown slams his own knee into the head of Griffin. Oh, a kick right into the back of the ribs. A chop by Griffin. Griffin covers Brown. Brown throws Griffin off. Brown rolls through the ropes. He's hurting. Those ribs certainly at least bruised. Uh-oh, Robertson going out after him. Dewey Robertson, the man outside the ring on the apron for his team, taking advantage of Brown being outside. Here comes Cody. Brown having trouble finding a safe spot right now. Bulldog, seasoned veteran that he is, taking his time, knowing he has a 20 count out there. Griffin sneaks over. Oh, Brown got him by the hair. Pow! Down goes Griffin. That should buy the Bulldog a few extra seconds. Here comes Dewey Robertson again. Oh, Brown saw him coming, but Robertson got the better of it. Oh, and Robertson slams Brown into the steel ring post. Brown just keeps getting into more and more difficulty. Griffin sneaks over that kick to the head of Bulldog Brown. Brown really taking a beating. Comes Griffin again. Robertson sneaks into the ring. Oh, Robertson flattens Griffin. Brown slipped away. Maybe this is Brown's chance to get over, make a tag, get a fresh man in. Oh, Cody jerks the neck of Griffin down and luckily makes the tag. That could have been a mistake by Cody because it put him out of tag range with Brown. But luckily for Cody and Brown, Griffin was stunned, and Cody had time to get it back up on the apron where he could legally tag Bulldog. Bulldog obviously not too happy. He might be thinking revenge if he gets his breath back. Flying mare. Cody with that neck snap, a neck snap. Comparable to that leg snap you'll see to punish a hamstring, this to punish the neck. Griffin gets the shoulders up. Griffin missed the tag. You know, Mickey, I see all these people are so excited, the yelling and the screaming. I can't tell you how much their friendship, their support, their loyalty's meant over the years. Special people in all sports, and I've been on, like you, been on the spectator side many times at other events, baseball, football, hockey, the soccer, everything else, the basketball. These people here mean a lot, part of the community. It makes me proud to be part of this community, to see the way they do conduct themselves, the enthusiasm and the intelligence they show at all sports. Special group. I have to say thank you to them. That's my own personal thanks to them.
It's a great time, that's for sure, Larry. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left.
Robertson drives the knee into the hamstring of Cody. It's easy to make friends with people like these.
I tell you, Larry, these are great fans because you can stand out in line and wait for to go into any kind of a sporting event here, hour, 2 hours before time. You got to be a great fan, and it's been proven here in St. Louis with the different crowds that we've been getting here. So they're great, and our wrestling fans, they got to be on top.
Definitely, definitely. As I know from my own, and you do too, from your own personal experience over the last 13, 14 years.
So you're going to miss them. There's no doubt about it.
No question. I'll be out on the other side with them.
And you better have your ticket or you're not coming in.
Well, that's entirely possible.
That's the way John Baker wants it.
And again, my praise to the crew here at KPLR and all the fine people that you deal with. Professionals all the way. They know their business. In addition to being nice folks. Double toe hold by Billy Griffin on Bill Cody. You do what you got to do, you know. Right, Mick?
That's right. That's the name of the game.
Cody trying to call away.
Take care of number 1 first.
That's you.
No, I'm
Is that why you asked me for a loan today? Mickey's been a great friend. Brown starts to come into the ring. The referees chase him back out. Griffin struts to his corner. He knows Cody's getting in as much trouble as Brown was in earlier. Dewey Robertson jams that knee. You know, Dewey's probably thinking figure 4 leg lock right now. Oh, Cody rolls over close to the corner, and Griffin's right on top of him.
3 minutes left. 3 minutes.
Robertson again lifts Cody, drops that knee down. Oh, Cody bounces away. Robertson stops Cody from tagging the Bulldog. Tag made to Dewey. Up and over the top goes Bill Cody. Cody kicks Griffin away. Cody trying to go between the legs of Griffin. He does. And makes it over to the Bulldog. Brown's had some time to recuperate. Brown puts Griffin down. Brown pops Griffin, drops him. The Bulldog looking to rip off the leash right here. Oh, Griffin goes sailing.
Oh.
Bulldog Brown again tosses Griffin to the ropes and again sends him flying over the top. Brown with the leg drop. Brown covers Griffin. Out of 1. Robertson there to break it up. Cody trying to sneak in the ring. He drop kicks Robertson. Lances off the back. Cody drop kicks Griffin. Brown with the leg drop on Griffin. after Cody drop kick. Count of 1, count of 2, 3. Lee Warren got in there and kept Robertson from getting in to break up the pin. Warren knocked over by Robertson, but that makes it 2 straight falls. We check the clock, and I think we do have a winner, yes. 2 straight falls. The first coming by disqualification. And let's right now hand out some applause to the referee, in that case Lee Warren, when Robertson came charging into the ring to try and break up the pin. Warren threw his own body in there to make sure that he didn't. And of course, that's what allowed Brown to keep Griffin's shoulders down. Now let's go to Mickey Garagio. Take another look at it. Brown with that leg drop on Griffin, and it looked as though this was it for Griffin right here. Robertson came in the ring, kicked Brown right in the head. That broke up a possible pin. You can see the referees angrily chasing Robertson out. Cody threw a drop kick at Robertson, really didn't score, but the drop kick then that Cody hit Griffin with did work. Brown saw the man down, hit him with another leg drop. Now watch him cover, watch Robertson try to come to Griffin's aid as Ed Warren dives in, and his brother Lee tries to keep Robertson away, keep Robertson from making an illegal thing. Down goes Lee Warren, but he did the job he's paid to do. He kept the man out from illegal interference, and of course that was the second straight fall. Therefore, the winners of the match in 2 straight falls, Bulldog Bob Brown and Bill Cody. Of course, earlier today, we saw King Kong Brody come up with a triumph. Also victorious Cowboy Bob Orton. Also victorious Spike Huber. And of course, while we have a moment before leaving the air, I'd like to pass on to all of you at home my very own personal thank you for your loyalty, your support, and your friendship over the years. A lot of fun here every weekend on Wrestling at the Chase. And as I said before, these people are second to none when it comes to providing excitement for the spectator and the audience. Thank you so very much, and we'll be seeing you again.
Been watching Wrestling at the Chase. This program has been presented in cooperation with the St. Louis Wrestling Club. Clark Gable saddles up for the West's wildest cattle drive in the Tall Men, tonight's super movie at 6. Now, Henry Fonda and Jimmy Stewart headlined an all-star cast in How the West Was Won. Next on your movie station, KPLR TV, Channel 11.